Towards the center of the island, the forest has difficulty warding off the assaults of terrace cultivation, growing in waves. To sustain terrace cultivation and delimit the plots of land, but also to protect them from the wind, kilometers of low stone walls have been erected. In the hamlet of Balafia, the stones have also been used in the construction of towers. The inhabitants used to take refuge there during the time of pirate attacks. The rural architecture of Ibiza has become a reference. In the Ibicenco style, the house is a combination of white cubes, reduced openings and flat roofs, adapted from Moorish architecture. But this is Christian soil, and the littlest village boasts a chapel. Painted onto the limestone, the three crosses recall the death of Christ, tortured along with two thieves. The clayey land is dry but fertile. It is comprised of alluvial deposits and marine sediments. At the base of the tomato plants, humidity is maintained by covering the ground. Tomatoes have adapted well to the island. One of the species, in fact, has been christened the Ibiza. The tomato was first used for its decorative virtues. It wasn't originally from the Mediterranean. It arrived in the 16th century from South America. Even if the yields are poor, farming is one of the oldest human activities on the island. The Romans were already cultivating the earth. Older still, the vine was imported by the Phoenicians, who traded wine. The vineyard produces a full-bodied wine typical of soil bathed in abundant sunlight. The lines and the contrasts, the reliefs and the textures have attracted numerous artists to Ibiza. The walls are like canvases on which colors spread naturally. Antonio Prats Palbet is a painter and patiently plays with his palette to find all the shades of the island.
The light in Ibiza is truly special. It's very intense, for one thing. Plus, there's the scenery that's very important for us. And obviously, we have the sea that always softens the landscape. All this together represents the island.
And there's everyday life.
It's a painting that depicts the island very well. It shows fishermen selling their catch.
Or this one.
And this one represents a group of farmers who are obviously off to a party or to Mass.
At San Miquel de Balançat, this 14th century church is dedicated to the Archangel Michael. It is used as a set for a traditional dance, the Ball Pages Farmer's Ball. The musical instruments haven't changed. The rhythm is punctuated with the castagnettes. Enormous castagnettes made of juniper. The women seem to glide over the ground. With tiny steps, they move to the melody of an oleander flute accentuated by a pine drum. The men skip and jump about to seduce their companions, who make fun of them. They wear the emprendada, a collection of necklaces. Some of the chains are gold. There are several versions of the dance, varying in the number of petticoats worn.